This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. My brother Samak from the GMS Miami Camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 19 through 20, is that I came across information how the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, okay, and their countries in the so-called Middle East. All right. In fact, we will get a visual aid, a map, UAE location. All right, so-called Middle East. Here they are. This is where Dubai is, right? Okay, this is also where the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman is located. All right, and the United Arab Emirates, okay, is located right here. And again, this is Dubai. This is where all the thotties go to get their freak offs for money. You know, all these whores of a woman in Babylon the Great. You know, the only fans, girls that fly here and have these Arabs have their way with them for money, right? All right, so this is the same country, all right, that's investing over $1 trillion into America, okay? Mainly the AI infrastructure, okay? And of course, semiconductors, energy, all right? So it reminded me of Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19 through 20, because one, this proves that America's Babylon, all right? And number two, okay, the Arabs are pitching their tent here, which confirms once again, all right, that America is Babylon. One more time, okay? Because nowhere in the world are the Arabs putting this amount of money into another country than America, Babylon the Great. 1.4 trillion, okay? And then I looked up the word pitch tent in economics terms. So, and this is from Chat GPT. In economics, the phrase pitch tent doesn't have a standard technical meaning like terms such as inflation or opportunity cost. However, metaphorically, it can be used in few informal or contextual ways. One, establishing presence. It can mean a company or business is setting up operations in a new area or market, similar to how pitching a tent means establishing a temporary or initial base. Right, and that's what the Arabs are doing. The United Arab Emirates, all right, they're setting up base, okay, setting up shop, pitching tent, okay. Investment interest. In venture capital startups, someone might say they're pitching tent in a sector to indicate they're becoming active in and exploring that industry. Right. Again, AI infrastructure. All right. You have the United Arab Emirates. Okay. The Arabs pitching tent in America, Babylon the Great. Okay. This also proves that the Edomites, okay, will be ruling in Babylon the Great, because let's go back to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, right? This is a future prophecy that's coming to America. Now check this out. Cross-reference. All right? There it is. Jeremiah 49 verse 18. You can't make this up. Okay? Jeremiah 49. I'll start at 17. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Okay, Edom represents the so-called white man, who the Lord hates. It's a fact. Okay, Edom means red. The so-called white man is the red man walking around. That's why the sun doesn't like him. All right? Tell the so-called white man to stand out in the sun, especially down here in Florida, see what happens. Or Texas, see what happens. Okay? He's going to turn red. That's why they call him redneck, right? So, but right here it says, shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues. Right, because the destruction, the nuclear destruction. Okay? 18. Here's the point. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the never cities thereof, saith the Lord Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell in it. Ooh, let's go back to Isaiah. Let's go back to Isaiah 13 again, because that's what it says, referring to Babylon the Great America. See, this is how, all right, you teach the Bible, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, okay? It has to be saying the same thing. That's why you plantation Christians are retarded, man. All right? You really are retarded, man. All right? So again, Isaiah chapter 13 and 20 again. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. That's saying the same thing. Neither shall the Arabian pitch the tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Again, look, the Arabs are investing over 1.4 trillion in Babylon the Great America, which is ruled by the Edomites, the so-called white people. Okay? So this proves that, the scriptures are on point, and this place is going to be destroyed. All right? No one's going to be inhabiting it. 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Right? And this goes to Revelation 18 and 2. You see? The cross references are on point. This is why we don't want to have any dealings with plantation Christians. Stay the hell away from us. Once again, you are not reasonable. You hate truth, okay? You do not care for the truth. You do not. You want to stay, all right, speaking lies to one another. Revelation 18:2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and of cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Right. This is the same vision that John the Revelator saw, a future prophecy. Isaiah saw that same vision. Plain. This is how you teach the Bible. Okay? Here a little, there a little. Back to the basics, man. Okay? You got Jake just bugged out into all types of philosophy. Then you got Jakes that know that they're Israelites, all right, harming each other, beating each other up, all right? Like bro, we're trying to get up out of here, man. That's why we're just here to teach the word. We're not trying to be fancy. We're not trying to be, okay, that guy. We're just here to teach the word so we get the hell up out of here. This place is going to be destroyed. Like this right here, to me, I'm like, whoa, this is powerful stuff right here, okay? Because, any common sense, follow the money, man. And if you have spiritual eyes, like, bro, this is prophecy being fulfilled. The Arabs are pitching tent here, which proves that this place is going to be destroyed in the near future, okay? This is powerful stuff, man. You can't make this stuff up. Isaiah 13 and 21, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Right, same thing that we just read in Revelation, the 18th chapter, at the second verse, 22. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her day shall not be prolonged. Right? We're the final generation. We're just waiting for the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. Hyenas will howl in its fortresses, and jackals will make dens in its luxurious palaces. Right? Wasn't America known for its luxury? Isn't America known for its luxury, and it will be known when it's destroyed as was a luxurious place, palaces? Babylon's days are numbered, and its time of destruction will soon arrive. It's plain. The scriptures are on point. You just got to read. You got to read the Bible, okay? And you got to be taught. You really have to be taught. You can read. Or let me retract my statement. You can read the Bible all you want, but if you're not being taught by the men of the Lord, all right, a Hebrew Israelite, not a plantation Christian, a Hebrew Israelite, because this Bible is a Hebrew Israelite Bible, okay, written by Israelites for Israelites. When you read Jeremiah, Isaiah, when you read Matthew, John, Luke, those are all Israelites, okay? When you read Paul's writings, okay, Paul's an Israelite writing to Israelites. Okay? He said he was from the tribe of Benjamin. Come on, man. So anyway, you got to be taught by an Israelite. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to the point I'm trying to make. Let's see. So yeah. So right here, Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and in the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell in it. Right. Same thing that is said in Isaiah chapter 13. Okay. It will not be inhabited. All right. Same thing that it says in Jeremiah 50 and 40. As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Right. So you notice how the correlation, the association with Edom and Babylon, this proves that the Edomites are the so-called white people ruling Babylon. I mean, that's not that hard. And then you got the Arabs, okay, pitching tent, all right, doing business deals with the Edomites. Like, hello, 1.4 trillion. This is a lot. This is more than Japan. This is more than Japan. This is more than the European countries individually. This is a 1.4 trillion. So the scriptures are on point, man. Continuing on, Jeremiah 49 and 19, behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against the habitation of the strong. Right, this is Yahweh Shai, who the Indy calls Jesus. But I will suddenly make him run away from her, and who is chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Right, so let me see what it says in NLT version. I will come like a lion from the thickets of the Jordan, leaping on the sheep in the pasture. I will chase Edom from its land, and I will appoint the leader of my choice. For who is like me, and who can challenge me? What ruler can oppose my will? Right. So the Lord, when did Yahweh Shai, when did the Lord come after the Edomites? This is a future prophecy. This is clearly talking about Isaiah chapter 63. Okay. Hey, I'll read the rest. 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Right, the least of the flock. It's talking about the JJs in 1948 is the small hats, which are also Edomites. And they're joined to the hip with Babylon the Great America. And where's that in Bible prophecy? That the chosen people will be united with Babylon the Great America. That they will be hip to hip. All right? They will be together. All right? Like, come on, man. Those are not the chosen people. They are imposters. They stole our identity. When you go into the word least, and the apostle elders always go into this. Repetition is the art of remembrance. So let's go into the word least. Let's look at this. The word least is tazayar. Tazayar. Let me get a little Hebrew here, right? So this is Taza, okay? Right here is Taza. Taza, I, that's an I, that's a ya, that's a ra. So Taza ayar. Taza ayar. I'm pretty sure brothers can pronounce it way better than me. Okay? All right, I'm still working on the Hebrew, pronouncing it correctly, you know. But again, these are the characters. All right, this is a taza, this is an I, so taza I. This is a ya, and this is a ra. Taza ayar. That's the Hebrew word for least. And then look at the spirituality. 1948, the 1948ers, the small hats with the funny hats. All right, and you know that control Hollywood and the Diamond District and the governments, especially America, Babylon the Great. Okay? So that's spiritual in itself. All right, just wanted to bring that out. So they're going to drag America, they're dragging actually all you Edomites into World War III. And that's why you see the tension in the Middle East. You know, right now, the JJs are bombing not only the Hamas and Hezbollah, but they're going after the Houthis, so the wars are expanding. All right, the JJs, it looks like the JJs anytime this year are going to attack Iran. So yeah, which is going to drag America, okay, into this war, and they're going to lock horns with Russia because Russia's going to back Iran. But you could thank the JJs in 1948ers, the small hats. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. 21, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise of thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Now, this verse, you can find the precept in Jeremiah 50 and 46. It's the same thing. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 46. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. You see? Okay? 22. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra. Right, Basra is another code word for America, Babylon the Great. At that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of woman in her pain. Right, so the Lord's, okay, coming after America, all right? He's going to tag this place. Along with the nuclear missiles, they're going to tag this place. All right, but the point is, they don't want to make this long-winded. Look, you can't make this stuff up, man. The scriptures are on point. It says the Arabian will not pitch tent in Babylon the Great and anymore once the Lord destroys it. And look, you have the United Arab Emirates committing to a 10-year, 1.4 trillion, not billions, trillion investment framework in the United States. And this was all done recently by the Don, King Donald Trump, the cruel Lord who's about to turn up on you jakes. All right, all you clowns trusting in Donald Trump, all right, he's going to turn on you, okay? Because he's the devil, man. He's an Edomite. But Lord willing, let us edify. I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushui's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep ignoring, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostle elders. As you can see, we're almost out of here. Clearly, the Lord is, all right, revealing a lot of things because we're so close to the end. All right, to the few sisters that are watching, keep studying, and we pray that cover almost out of here. And we're just waiting for that chip, man, the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, which is coming. Keep your eyes on the financial system. Keep your eyes on the financial system because it's about to change very quickly. All right, and with that, shalom, and you already know, shalom.